Hey everybody, Blugoblin here. Thank you for joining me for my comic book review for this week in April 2014. This is going to shock you. I don't have any Marvel books for this particular week. I don't. But if you're looking for some Marvel reviews, go check out my Blugoblin X channel. They're not up right now as I am filming this. But after I film this and get it uploaded, I'm going to get to work on a back issue review, and there's going to be some Marvel books in there, including the Superior Spider-Man Annual. And I'm still need to get to my Fantastic Four #2 review for Dark Avenger Inc. Plus when I can get around to that. But it's DC, Dynamite, and Valiant for this week. We're going to start with DC and then run through the indies. Start off with DC. We're going to start off with Detective Comics number 30. That is a pretty sweet looking cover. I do like that. This is part 1 of Icarus. And this is also the beginning of the new creative team, Francis Manapul and Brian Buscioletto. I like this. I actually like this. Now, in the beginning of the book, we're introduced to we see a gang, dealing out this drug called Icarus, or they call it Ick. This is probably just a little minor nitpick here, but the way this gang talks to each other, the dialogue that they spit out, it seems kind of dated. Like, I would hear this kind of dialogue in like the 90s or something. It's like, yo, we fixed a trip on this stuff. We gonna get paid. How many episodes of The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air did you watch to get that lingo? I'm like, but that's probably the only really minor problem with the book, is that some of the dialogue in here is a little bit, does seem a bit dated, but that's just in the beginning of the book, and it's just with the gangs. But the rest of the stuff flowed very well. Bruce is trying to, Bruce is working a charity case that's, kind of stunning everybody else in the financial world and everything. I'm not going to get into great detail on what it is. And also, Bruce is still trying to cope with, Damien and all that stuff. There's just some more goodness between Bruce and Alfred in here. But the cliffhanger at the end of this issue, I was like, woo, what the fuck? Nice. A nice introduction for the new creative team for Detective Comics. I thought it was a solid read. Wasn't really that great, but I'd say it was pretty good. I'd say it's worth reading. I think it's at least worth a read. Whether you want to buy it or not, I'm going to leave that up to you. But Detective Comics number 30, thought it was pretty solid. Going on to this, Earth 2. Yeah, he's up. Oh yeah, the man is finally here to talk about my world, my planet, Earth 2. This is Earth 2, number 22. And in this book, you see it right here on the cover. Old Green Lantern himself, Alan Scott, is back. He's back in the fold, baby. I loves it. I loves it very much. Tom Taylor did a great job with this. A great job. Great fucking shit. Now, with all due respect, Mr. Taylor, I don't think this was a very strong issue in terms of action and fighting and all that shit. But I think this did a good job with the storytelling. It really did. It really did a good job with the storytelling. And I think it did a great job to give us kind of a break from all the hard-hitting action that we've grown so fond of in this series. Not only do we get Alan Scott coming back, but we also got Superman, old Spit Curl himself, finding out there's another Kryptonian. And I kind of marked the fuck out when I heard this new Kryptonian's name. Oh, really? That's his name? fucking awesome. This could go somewhere. And then, to top it all off, we get a big, whoa, holy shit kind of cliffhanger. Nice. This was nice. That's all I'm gonna say. This shit was good. It wasn't perfect, but it was good. I likes it. I likes it a lot. I think this issue, this whole series is still well worth your time and well worth your money. Take it from a champ. Take it from the man. Take it from Earth 2. This was good. That's all I got. I'm out. Really charming fellow, isn't he? Well, I'll agree with him, not verbatim, but I will agree with how he feels about this issue. It is a good book. This was a good issue. Wasn't the best issue of the series, no. But it did feel like a bit of a break from all the big, heavy action we've been getting here lately from the series. It's like they knew we had to have a break and make room for some good storytelling in here. And I thought Tom Taylor, Nicola Scott, and Trevor Scott, they all did a really good job. Thought this was really solid. Moving on to Green Lantern number 30. Robert Venditti, Martin Coca-Cola, no. Martin Coccolo. I hope I didn't butcher that name. If I did, I apologize. But can one battle end a cosmic war? Okay, in this issue, the basic gist of this is that, Hal's trying to get some good rep back for the Green Lantern Corps, ever since that alien shape-shifted into Hal and basically spread a bunch of lies or tried to, corrupt the very name and the foundation of the Green Lantern Corps and everything. And Hal and a group of Lanterns come across some more of the, I can't pronounce the race of aliens that these beings are, so I'm not even going to try. But they have a disagreement, and it leads to a fight. It leads to a bargain. Since he gets the weapon of choice, and Hal's forbidden to use his ring, and the fight doesn't end very well. And after the fight's over, then something else happens that I didn't see coming, and I was like, okay. Interesting, to say the least. And then we get another cliffhanger. After that part of the story is told, we go back to Mogo and what's going on with some other Green Lanterns in here. And very interesting cliffhanger there. This was a pretty good read. Not great, but pretty good. I liked the flow of it. I liked the storytelling. I like how the storytelling flowed. Hal's trying to be, he wants to be a better leader, and I get that. He wants to try and improve the reputation of the Green Lantern Corps, and I sure as hell understand that. So there is logic behind this storytelling, and it is understandable. It is, I don't blame Hal for wanting to be better or anything like that. I'm just personally wondering when he's going to find out that Kyle's not dead. And I'm just wondering when the hell is him and Carol going to start talking to each other again. I don't know. But this was a really decent read. Like I said, not really great, but good enough to say I liked it. We're ending DC with The Movement, number 11. Burden battles his brother. Oh, man. Gail. Miss Simone, I was right to love you so much as a writer. This was good. This was actually... I didn't get the chance to read this when it first came out, on Wednesday. I had to wait until Friday to pick it up. And by that time, everybody was already blowing up about how good this issue was all over the internet. And I tried my best to avoid spoilers. I tried my best. And then I finally got to read this, and I was like, oh man, this was really good. This was really good. Apparently, and also Virtue and Rainmaker, I believe, have started a relationship, and a very romantic one in that. And I'm like, okay, it's just a shame that this series is ending soon and we're not going to get really, truly emotionally invested in this relationship unless, hint, hint, we see these characters in other titles, hopefully, and hopefully Gale writes it. But the main focus is on Burden, his brother. Tries to, he arrives in the city to retrieve him, take him back to the family. I've seen storytelling like this a million times, where people get on this religious kick on what they believe is beautiful and what they believe is monstrous, and they believe they should favor the beautiful over the monstrous because God says so. I've seen storytelling like this in comics, in books, in movies, in television. I've seen it a lot. So it's not exactly original storytelling, but Gale makes it work very, very well. You can see, it's a good thing. This is a really good showing of Virtue's powers, because with Virtue's powers, she's able to sense emotion. And when she sees Burden's brother, she doesn't see beauty. She sees pure rage. Pure rage. And there's something concerning Burden and his brother, concerning their father. And wow, once it's revealed once the truth is revealed about their father, we get to see the true nature of Burden's brother, and that's where you see the true separation of what is perceived as beautiful over what is perceived as monstrous. This issue did a really good job. Even though I've seen this storytelling before, this still did a good job of telling us and reminding us that just because something is looked at as beautiful doesn't mean they're a beautiful person on the inside. And it's vice versa with somebody who's perceived to look monstrous, but they seem to have a pure heart if you get to know the person for real. Very, very well done. I loved it. It was great. And also, as cliche as it is, I gotta say it still worked. And I love the stuff that Burden said at the end of the book. Fantastic. Just stellar work from Gail Simone and from Freddie Williams II. Just really, really good. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. And this is a perfect example of that. Just because something looks beautiful doesn't mean it's truly, truly beautiful. Sometimes beauty can truly mask the monster. This was really good. Moving on to Dynamite and Valiant. We're going to start with Valiant. Starting off with Quantum and Woody, number 9. The all-new arc, Crooked Past, Present Tense. This was actually very, very well done. Quantum, like always, is the straightforward Boy Scout, and Woody's a complete fucking douchebag. Now, I'm going to go ahead and say it. I can understand if some readers think Woody's douchebag character is being pushed too hard. Like they're forcing it. Like they're force-feeding. Yes, we get it. He's an asshole. He's cocky. He's arrogant. He doesn't take anything seriously. He thinks everything's a goddamn joke in a fucking party. Alright, we get it. Normally, I would agree with statements like that, but I'm still digging it. Yes, Woody's a douche. He is a grade A+ douchebag. And he doesn't fucking care. He doesn't. He doesn't want to be responsible. He doesn't want to get serious. He wants to live his entire life like it's a goddamn party. This is the lifestyle he wants. He wants to be Charlie Sheen-ish. And it's entertaining to read. Plus, they still haven't figured out the big secret about the goat, and I'm still not going to give that away, because that's fucking awesome. But, there's a tiff going on in the city. It looks like giant robots are destroying the city, and Woody's going to, try to help, but he wants to be publicized while he's doing it, and unfortunately, he's making shit even worse. So Quantum challenges him. Try to go for at least 24 hours being responsible. And of course, Woody can't do it. Woody literally cannot even go 24. He can't even go one day being serious. Because Quantum finds out some really nasty shit about Woody's past. Including criminal acts. And it pisses Quantum off to the point where he clangs the bracelets, socks Woody in the face, and says, I don't want to see your damn face for another 24 hours. Because if I do, I'm not going to stop with one punch. Quantum is fed up with Woody's childish behavior. And you can really see it in the artwork and the way the story is being told. But what's really going to make this interesting is going to be the next issue concerning the cliffhanger here. Quantum gets a phone call about a new guard job, but Woody gets into contact with somebody from his past concerning another job. But this issue ended very nicely on a very interesting cliffhanger, and that's all I'm gonna go with. This was really a solid read. Yes, I do understand if some people think Woody's douchebag behavior is being used a little bit too much. It's kind of overkill, but it's still entertaining for me. Who knows? Maybe in a few months, I'll start to really understand that argument. But it's still a solid read. It's still really well done. And fuck, man, get on the bandwagon for the GOAT. The GOAT's fucking awesome. Alright. We're moving on to Dynamite. Dynamite, we're starting off with Green Hornet. Number 11. Mark Magic Wade. Man, this was so good. This was really good. Green Hornet is now in control of a mob boss. Let's just say the last boss had a little accident. One that he's not going to come back from. One of Hornet's new associates, tries to get in touch with a certain someone, and it doesn't end well for her. Meanwhile, there's some shit going on with Lieutenant Dugan, the cop that Hornet is paying, the cop that Hornet is bribing. We're seeing a very slowly built up psychotic breakdown of this cop. We really are seeing it, not just in the storytelling, but goddammit, in the artwork. The artist is doing a phenomenal job of showing the steps towards Lieutenant Dugan's complete psychotic meltdown. And once we get to the end of the book, oh my God, it happens. Lieutenant Dugan goes fucking insane. This was good. I'm not going to say one more goddamn thing about this issue. This was magic. Mark Waid, my God, you are doing such a fantastic job with this. Excuse me. But, just stellar storytelling, fantastic artwork. The artwork did such a great job with transitioning and helping the storytelling flow. It worked so well. And goddamn, that ending. Oh my God. I can't say anything else. I got to move on to the last book of the review. Red Sonja, number 8. Another Gail Simone. I got a double shot of Gail Simone goodness this week, and my God, it was good. And of course, I can't forget about Walter Giovanni. Walter Giovanni's artwork, it fits. It fits like a glove when it comes to Red Sonja. The coloring here was very, very well done. But this is another good example of great writing and great artwork just meshing together and simply working. This book was a bit of a fast read, but I didn't mind that. I mean, this was really good. Sonja is still dragging back this cook back to this dying prince or dying king or whatever, as part of the favor for freeing these slaves that she's promised to free.
And she comes across this guy. I couldn't even begin to try and pronounce his name correctly, so I'm not going to bother to try. But she sees what he does. He believes himself to be the Magnificent. I can't pronounce his name if I fucking try. But he proclaims himself to be a magnificent, beast lord or something like that. And he's abusing animals. And this just angers Sonja. And Sonja gets, her and this cook get captured and thrown in a dungeon. And they get some unexpected help from somebody who works for the Magnificent One. But all I'm going to say is, to the Magnificent One, you got your ass served, boy. This was really good. Pardon the bad expression. But Sonja got you. She got you, man. You don't fuck with Red Sonja. And this was another good example of that. The writing, it was great. The artwork made it even better. Just fantastic. I loved it. Not everybody likes Red Sonja. I get it. I understand. But me personally, I'm entertained. I love it. I love reading this. The storytelling, the artwork, everything worked. Was it 100% perfect? Maybe not. But for what I got, I can say, with all honesty, that I really enjoyed it. I loved it. And I love you, Gail. You did a great job. Nothing more I can say. This was really good. Well, that's all I got for this review, everybody. Yeah, I know, no Marvel. It's just so sad. I'll try to review some Marvel books here on my Blugoblin X channel. Over on my Blugoblin X channel, I should say. Here in the future. I also want to try reviewing Fantastic Four for Dark Avenger Inc. Plus. I also want to try reviewing Batman Eternal. A friend of mine is getting Batman Eternal. He's going to let me read it, and I'll review it on Dark Avenger Inc. Plus. I'm also going to try sticking with Ultimate Spider-Man. Don't know if I'm going to try the new Ultimates, but I'm going to try sticking with Ultimate Spider-Man. And I'll see if I can keep reviewing that for Dark Avenger Inc. Plus. But, I just got to find the time to do it. Thanks for watching, everybody. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel here. And don't forget my Blugoblin X channel, as always. Jennifer and I, our Arkham Asylum Studio channel, we need to get to work on doing some new videos for that channel. And as soon as we can find something to review for it, we'll get right to it. And don't forget about Dark Avenger Inc. Plus. And don't forget about Mark and Chloe at Fat Stack of Comics. Of course, my bro, my student, TheMtVernonKid. Check him out. He's trying to make a comeback after his bad internet problems. Deadpoolzilla, Brandon Hex. Y'all keeping it real. And that's all I got. So thanks for watching, and until next time, I'll see y'all later.